Russell Wilson. He's won 3 straight games now. 18 touchdown passes, only 4 interceptions on the season. Second best touchdown to interception ratio this season. I believe, Joy Taylor, that Russell Wilson is officially back. The reason I believe Russell Wilson is back, Russell Wilson is a man of moments. His NFL career was defined by moments, both the good and the bad. He had great moments winning a Super Bowl. He had bad moments throwing an interception to lose a Super Bowl. He is a man of moments, and what we saw yesterday were moments. He pitched the ball twice to running backs on a game-tying drive, and then obviously the Courtland Sutton play was phenomenal. It was about moments. 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions this season. So when you look at his whole body of work, it resembles the fact that he is back. But when you look at the moments that made Russell Wilson, it too tells me that Russ is back. But, Joy, where do you stand on the matter?
Originally I said like a baby yes, but I just listened to you, and I think my problem is if they had missed that field goal, like the Bills didn't have 12 players on the field and they end up losing this game, would we feel that Russ is back? Like, is he having the performances that warrant that conversation if that's how the game goes? Now, it didn't. And the Bills fired their offensive coordinator, and we're here today. But we're not talking about the Broncos specifically. We're talking about Russ and his play, right? I think it's trending in a positive direction.
Yes, no. No, when you watch, ain't it crazy, though, how, like, this league
Yeah, it's crazy.
is. 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, we said, fire everybody. Coach Payton don't know what he's doing.
Right.
Russ ain't his quarterback. They done won 3 straight, and we sitting up here asking, is Russ back? The way Russ looked with my own 2 eyes, watching him play, and I'm not saying he made every throw, but to only have 5 incompletions in that game, those last 2 drives, I mean, the ball he threw to Courtland Sutton, you know, you under pressure, they bring some pressure, and you got to shovel that thing to P. Ryan, you know, to get a first down. I believe that was on 3rd down as well. But he just made some vintage Russ plays, and he's starting to make those vintage Russ plays consistently. You know, so if you were to ask me the question, even though I say yes, no, I would say yes. You talk about 18 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, and I know stats ain't everything, but with our own 2 eyes, especially what we witnessed on the road yesterday with the game on the line, back-to-back drives, him making plays, really making something out of nothing, that's the Russell Wilson that we're used to seeing. That's the elite Russell Wilson that we were talking about, we were waiting to see to will his team to a victory, even if the plays were not there. I don't care what Sean Payton is calling, and that's what Russell Wilson did last night. He made everybody better, including Sean Payton, and I would say, yes, Russell Wilson is back.
All right, we getting a little crazy with the back. Like, we talking about vintage Russ? Like, that's a little extreme. I think Russ he's playing better than he played last year, but we can't say it's vintage. When vintage Russ was playing, they were like a top 5 offense. That's not me speaking. That's stats.
Yes, sir.
Right? I mean, now they're like 15th. That's average.
Cool.
And on this 3-game winning streak, they're what? Ranked 14th in offense? The defense is playing better. They're ranked actually number 1 in the last three games they've been playing. They've been getting turnovers. They've been getting stops. They've been playing well. Even the turnovers that they've been getting for Russ, they really was getting field goals after that. They wasn't scoring. So I don't want to kill Russ because he's playing better. But to say, like, he back is crazy, though.
Here's why I don't think it's crazy, and I'm loving the conversations we're all having today. I think we have ballooned who Russell Wilson was in our head. Y'all realize Russell Wilson only passed for over 4,000 yards 4 times? And every other time he passed for under 4,000 yards, 3,300-yard seasons, 3,400-yard seasons, 3,700-yard seasons, a 4,000-yard season, a 4,200-yard season, a 4,100-yard season. The most passing touchdowns Russell Wilson had in a season was 34. He's at 18 right now. Russell Wilson, on average, was throwing 28 touchdowns and about 10 interceptions. He's at 18 and 4 right now. So I think in our head, we've made Russell Wilson greater than he was statistically. He was a great winner. But, Joy, the reason I think he's back is because he actually is much more resembling statistically, and even yesterday, those moments we're used to seeing.
And they're 4-5 this season.
Correct.
So we are lowering the bar for Russell Wilson to be back. That's really what we're doing. We're saying we want to put it here so that we can say that he's back to here. Is he trending in the right direction? Yes. I don't have anything negative to say about Russell Wilson right now. They've won 3 in a row. Part of it is winning games, but they are still where they are. And maybe it's improving. Maybe they're turning it around. As a team, they are also turning it around, and he's playing a part in that. But they also had an unbelievable run game. Russ didn't have to do everything. So that's why you have to add the nuance. You have to add the nuance to the statistics that Russ was.
Agreed. That's my thought, though, is like this Russell Wilson, if you took, and you hate doing this, but I have to for the sake of the conversation. If you took this Russell Wilson's play in Seattle, when they have the #1 defense in football, scoring defense and total defense, I think we'd be like, oh, wow.
Maybe from last night, but like throughout this season, we got to do that, Shady. We're not just going to forget about the other performances that we've seen. He's been good, and he's trending up. Let's let him keep trending up.
And let's remember when we had these conversations earlier in the season, none of us blame Russ. You know, Russ is playing okay.
Yeah, he's playing okay.
We came up with the saying dangerous, not because of stats, because when the game is on the line, Russell Wilson made the play. Some crazy plays like should be sacked.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yesterday.
Some crazy plays to where, okay, it's 4th down. I got to escape, and I got to put this football to Cortland Sutton in the court. Like, we've seen those. That was dangerous, not because he putting up Mahomes numbers or none of that. No, it was because of those plays. And that's why I say that what we watched yesterday, that was vintage Russ.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess 190. Passing yards, that's vintage Russ.
He had moments.
Yeah, 190 yards passing and a lot of turnovers, and that's what you got. But cool, I'm with y'all.
Wait till we get to the conversation after the break, because...
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.